I wish that I could just wish away my feelings, but I can't.
Sand hurts my feelings.
I don't like sand.
Hurts my feelings.
Haunted by thick sand in my very soul. Sand. Are you suffering as much as I am?
Sand hurts my feelings.
Tormenting me. I'm in agony.
Sand hurts my feelings.
I don't like sand.
Hello, and welcome to the Sand Hurts My Feelings. I am your host, Alex.
And I am your other host, Sarah.
And welcome to this bonus episode about the Skeleton Crew and also happy High Infidelity Day.
Yes, we wanted to commemorate this day that Taylor calls out specifically in one of her songs, Do You Really Want to Know Where I Was April 29th? And we realized, when we had been thinking about the Skeleton Crew for a long time, we watched it as it came out and absolutely loved it and wanted to do something special with it. And it took us a little while to put it together. So we're excited to share what we have with you today.
Awesome.
So for this episode, Alex and I took a look at our four main characters, our quad of kids, quartet.
Quartet.
I was like, quad is not the right word.
Nope.
Our quartet of kids, Fern, Wim, KB, and Neil, and picked one song from Taylor's discography that we think best fits them.
So this is not like our other episodes. This is a bonus episode. We're not limited to one album. We can pick from wherever we want.
Yes, and so with that includes songs that she's released as singles or as for other movies, because we're talking about whole discography here, not just something on a studio album.
Correct.
Yes, so even more opportunities await us here. So I'm very excited to hear what you've picked for our characters.
I'm also excited to hear what you have. Sabe, get out of the water. If you heard that, that was me startling the cat because she was drinking out of Sarah's water cup.
Yep.
That is what you get on these bonus episodes, is a peek behind the curtain.
Yep.
That was Sabe.
Yep.
Just a heads up, we are alerting. We will be talking about details and spoilers about Skeleton Crew and going into plot details in our explanation.
Okay, which of our characters would you like to start with, Alex?
I have no preference. I just put them in order. The order I put them in on my sheet, and we can go by that or not, is Wim, Neil, Fern, and KB.
That sounds great.
Okay.
Because I think that's the order that we meet them in, roughly.
Roughly, yeah.
So let's start with Wim, because we see a lot of the Skeleton Crew through his eyes, and he's our instigator of adventure.
Yeah.
Would you like me to start?
I can start with, because you're instigator of adventure. I picked the Bolter from TTPD Anthology.
Oh, okay. Please share why.
So just to start off in the song. So again, this is not romantic. I mean, the Bolter is romantic, but I just kind of took most of these are all, I just took them of like, how do they best fit the character? Mm-hmm. And as Sarah said, he is very whimsical, and his name is Wim, but also he's looking for adventure. He doesn't like being on an Atten. And so to start us off in the lyrics, he says, "And I can confirm she made a curious child, ever reviled by everyone except her own father." Mm-hmm. Okay, and even his own father kind of didn't like him at the beginning, but again was just frustrated. He liked him, but it was just frustrated with his not focusing. Yeah. With quite a bewitching face, splendidly selfish, charmingly helpless, excellent fun till you get to know her. Then she runs like it's a race. Behind her back, her best mates laughed, and they nicknamed her the Bolter. And so I have that he is very selfish towards Neil and his father, because all he wants to do is go on an adventure. He doesn't really think about the effect his feelings and stuff has on others. He keeps making decisions without thinking of those other people. For instance, his dad, and I would say the biggest one is Neil. Mm-hmm. He brings Neil to the spaceship when Neil doesn't want to go. He pushes the button on the spaceship when he knows he shouldn't. Like, he literally, Fern and everybody has said, do not touch anything. And he literally just, like, you see him just be like, out of spite, he pushes the button.
Alex just made a face.
Sorry, it is a visual of like he makes like a visual, like the visual face of like, I'm gonna push it, and then actually pushes it, and then he's like, oh my gosh, I didn't mean to do that, and you're like, yes, you did.
Yes, that was a conscious choice.
He also doesn't know how to do anything and trusts all the wrong people. It is Fern who is often getting them out of trouble that Wim gets them in. His class constantly makes fun of him because he can't get his head out of the clouds, and they know he wants to leave. Then continuing on in the lyric, he says, and at first blush, this is fate. When it's all roses, portrait poses, Central Park Lake in tiny rowboats, what a charming Saturday. That's when she sees the littlest leaks down in the floorboards, and she just knows she must bolt. So I took that as like At-Atten is considered like the perfect life. Like everything, society works well. People seem to be happy. There doesn't seem to be corruption. There doesn't seem to be a negative, really, even at the end of the series, like we could all think of like, oh, we all want to go off and be an adventurer, but like there's no real negative here, but it's too perfect for Wim.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it's a perfectly charming Saturday, and then she sees the littlest leaks, and now he has a really good life on At-Atten. His dad makes good money. He has Neil as a best friend, but he's never happy. Even when he gets his adventure, he isn't satisfied until the end when he and his friends almost die. Because like he was mad when they had to go back.
Yeah, he
like
wasn't
he's
ready
like
for it to be
like
over.
they made it and they made it out, and he's like, you literally did what you wanted to do, and he's like, nope, I'm not happy. We can't go back. And then he is a bolter, and he wants to bolt from At-Atten to find adventure. And then the last piece I have is she's been many places with men of many faces. First, they're off to the races, and she's laughing, drawing aces, but none of it is changing. That the chariot is waiting. Hearts are hers for the breaking. There's escape in escaping. And so he has been to many places now that he has left At-Atten. After meeting many people, he's still trying to keep ahead of Fern and direct the adventure. He doesn't want to go home, even when everyone else in the group does. And when the group makes the decision to go home, he gets sad and angry because he hasn't had enough adventure. He even sabotages the group a few times. So I do love Wim. I don't want everyone to think that I think he's a bad person or like, and I did love this show, but it's just this. That's who he is.
Right. He grows and learns from that moment. And by the end, he understands that, adventuring can kill you. And like there's a balance, and what he chooses to do impacts other people.
Right.
I really like that pick for Wim. And it also helps me understand, because there's quite a few lyrics in the Bolter that I do not understand or like don't know what she's saying. And so you have told me what she is saying. So that is good.
Okay.
I am pleasantly surprised. I have also picked a song from TTPD for Wim.
Okay, so we matched on the album, not the song.
On the album, but not the
song. I would have laughed very hard if we had actually matched here, because we have the infinity of her albums,
like all of her,
and we match on the exact ones of like versus we couldn't
regular
match on a regular episode.
Like,
we're limited to an album.
Yeah, and we don't match.
We don't match.
So I did pick one from TTPD.
Okay.
For Wim, I picked I Hate It Here.
Okay.
And for me, it's very much, kind of like what you're saying, that Wim does not want to be on At-Atten and he wants adventure. So I picked it mainly for the choruses. I hate it here, so I will go to secret gardens in my mind. People need a key to get to. The only one is mine. I read about it in a book when I was a precocious child. No mid-sized city hopes and small-town fears. I'm there most of the year because I hate it here.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second chorus that goes into the bridge, I hate it here, so I will go to lunar valleys in my mind. When they found a better planet, only the gentle survived. And then going into the bridge, I'm lonely, but I'm good. I'm bitter, but I swear I'm fine. I'll save all my romanticism for my inner life. And I'll get lost on purpose. This place made me feel worthless. And Wim doesn't feel like he has a place on At-Atten. He doesn't want to take his test. He doesn't want to be here, and he wants escapism. He loves his books. He loves pretending to be a Jedi, and he wants that adventure. So he's going to go into his book, and that's why he clings so much to that adventure, because he wants to manifest what he's been envisioning in his mind.
Yes. I agree, and I think that's a good pick. I think it's a really good pick. I shied away from that one because of my own interpretations of it, and that's totally good. But I think that is a really the word, especially the lyrics you picked for that, I think is works really well for Wim.
I was gonna say you can hate it, you can disagree with it.
I think it is a good. I literally think I thought about that one,
Sure.
and then was like, I put too heavy of thought on it, and so I was like, no thanks. But
Sure.
yeah, so
Okay.
good.
So then we go to Neil.
Yeah,
Do you want me to start with this one?
sure, go ahead. Or I can go. I'm just saying, like, mine's not as strong with Neil because I just love him, and so my song is Me from Lover, just because I love him and that, like, me, I'm the only one of me, baby. That's the fun of me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You're the only one of you, baby. That's the fun of you. And I promise that nobody's gonna love you like me. And I'll promise you'll never find another like me. Because one of these things is not like the others. Living in winter, I am your summer, baby doll. When it comes to a lover, I promise that you'll never find another like me. And I just love Neil, and Neil's so precious and amazing.
So is this you singing the song to Neil?
No, like, this is also like Neil, just like he is
like a positive.
He's the positive one of the group.
Okay.
And you'll never find another one like him.
No,
like
he's such a good egg.
That's more of like, I guess it is technically, I guess, me, but it's like you will never find another like him. Like, he is just so perfect.
He's a gem.
And my favorite character in the entire show.
Yeah, hands down.
And like, he is so good. I mean, and then you can even go back of like, but one of these things is not like the others, like a rainbow with all of the colors, baby doll. When it comes to a lover, I promise you'll never find another like me. And then he even goes, and there's another part where it says, but I will never bore you, baby. And there's a lot of lame guys out there. And when we had that fight out in the rain, you ran after me and called my name. I never want to see you walk away. And there's a lot of lame guys out there. And so I think that's kind of his relationship with Wim, is that they're constantly fighting once they're out and traveling, because Wim just wants to keep adventuring, and it takes a lot for Neil to stand up to him.
Yeah.
And then when he does, it's like that big event that they yell at each other, and then they both come back to each other of like, we are best friends. We need to always be friends. And so, yeah.
That's cute. Totally did not cross my radar. Of the 4 kids, this is the first one that I came up with.
Really?
Yeah, Neil's was super easy for me.
Okay.
I picked The Best Day. I feel this song just is pure innocence and childhood and happiness, which is what Neil is. So I like the bridge in particular. I have an excellent father. His strength is making me stronger. God smiles on my little brother. Inside and out, he's better than I am. I grew up in a pretty house, and I've got space to run and hide, and I had the best days with you. So I think that talks to both his experiences with his family, because he loves his life on Adatin, but then also his experiences with Fern, Wim, and KB. And that's kind of spoken to at the end, where Taylor changes the lyrics and says, now I know why all the trees change in the fall, and I know that you were on my side even when I was wrong. I didn't know if you knew, so I'm taking the chance to say I had the best day with you today. Like, Neil was very appreciative of his life before all of the adventures, and I think it solidified for him his whole, like, he loves his family.
That is the perfect pick. Like, and this is why I love doing this with you, is because I am way, and I know this is my problem. Like, I'm way too literal. Like, when thinking about the story, like, I'm thinking about a character in an album, and I'm like, I'm way too literal. I'm like, it didn't talk about them doing these things. Like, they didn't.
Yeah,
do
they
these
didn't
things.
go in the pumpkin
They didn't
patch.
go on the pumpkin patch. They didn't go on. He didn't get bullied and go to a new town and shopping, but I'm like, that literally, and that's my problem is I focus on the literalism of the words, but then you explaining that, like, that is, you're right, that is the perfect song for Neil. Like, I would change my song to that one, but we don't. But I'm like, that is, I don't know one that's better because he is so innocent, but also again loves it. Like, also of like, I've got a little brother, and I'm like,
his little brother is so cute.
his little brothers are so cute, and he's got a sister too, I think, even. But like, he was so appreciative of his family. Also, like, his mom would do anything. Like, his mom literally got almost arrested.
Yeah.
And like, they're like, yep, we're doing this because that's my son and I'm going to go get him. And like, yeah, no,
thank you.
Well done. What a pick.
All right. So then we go to our ladies.
Ladies, yes.
Let's chat about Fern.
All right. For Fern, I have Antihero.
Oh.
Do you don't?
No, I do not.
Oh, okay.
I would have a bigger reaction
That's
if we
like,
matched.
Okay.
Please share.
So I have Antihero because Fern does come off a little more negative in this show. Not necessarily negative, but she comes off of, Wim and Fern are actually like very similar, like immensely similar. But I think Wim has more of the childlike versus or the innocence. So like, people can be like, oh, he's looking for adventure. When you look at Fern, I think she has more of that like troubled past, that like, oh, she's not a great kid, like that kind of stuff of like, oh, she's causing problems, and she comes from the perfect family that she doesn't want to be a part of. And so then she comes off as gruff because, again, I think she knows the world more than Wim does, and so it's that kind of a thing. So I should not be left to my own devices. They come with prices and vices. I end up in crisis, tale as old as time. I wake up screaming from dreaming. One day I'll watch as you're leaving, 'cause you got tired of my scheming for the last time. And so that, I think, is kind of what she views of herself and kind of views her mother, because she's like constantly trying to get things, but then like by the end of the show, like she's very worried about her mother, and like she cares a lot about her mother, but she's always scheming. She's always trying to cause problems. And then, so yeah, it says, it's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. At tea time, everybody agrees. I'll stare directly at the sun, but never in the mirror. It must be exhausting, always rooting for the anti-hero. So I think she's still very, she's very rootable. Like I root for her. Like, she, again, makes a lot of the smarter decisions of the group, but she also sometimes, I think, how angry she gets at Wim and not letting him make decisions and stuff like that. I think that can rub some people the wrong way and stuff like that. So I really thought that was it. That was really good. And then I have, did you hear my covert narcissism? I disguised as altruism. So again, she's like, I'm the captain and I'm going to be in charge. And I'm like, I'm trying to take care of you. But she really just wants to be in charge, and like that power struggle between her and Fern and Wim. Yep. And then like some kind of congressman, tale as old as time, I wake up screaming from dreaming. One day I'll watch as you're leaving, and life will lose all its meaning for the last time. So again, back to where she actually kind of grows, and at the end of the show, like, cares about her mother and tries to keep working with her mother. So, and again, a lot of it is like, it's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me, I'm the problem, it's me, hi, everybody agrees. And it must be exhausting, always rooting for the anti-hero. But again, the song's really good, and I really like Fern, so I want to make sure that comes across. That like, Fern's still a really great character, and these picks that I feel like these picks I'm making are like, they're negative, but I'm like, they're not. I like them. I love them. I love the show. It was so good.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the point, because Taylor is calling herself the anti-hero, and we love Taylor.
Right.
So, like, that's the point. Yes, she has flaws because she's human, and so, like, that's Fern. Fern has flaws because she's human.
Yeah.
Also, she's a young human, so
right.
There's a lot of them.
She's like under 10 or something. No, she's probably like more 13, 14.
Yeah, I was going to say like preteen.
Yeah. Okay. What's your pick?
I think I went in like,
Totally different direction?
yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
I will give the little glimpse behind or glimpse into the thought process is a better word. So both Fern and KB I picked from Taylor's debut album.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So I thought that was interesting for our ladies. But for Fern, I picked Place in This World, specifically for the first verse and the chorus. To me, Fern is trying to figure out who she is and who she wants to be. She doesn't want to be who her mother wants her to be. And so she is rebelling against that on Adatin. And then on this adventure, she's trying to figure out her place in leadership and with her friends and how she fits into everything. So the first verse goes, I don't know what I want, so don't ask me, which I just have to laugh because it is true.
Yep.
I'm still trying to figure it out. Don't know what's down this road. I'm just walking, trying to see through the rain coming down, even though I'm not the only one who feels the way I do. And then we go into the chorus. I'm alone, on my own, and that's all I know. I'll be strong. I'll be wrong. Oh, but life goes on. Oh, I'm just a girl trying to find a place in this world. She's just trying to figure it all out. And especially the quartet, the other three are looking to her as the captain, as someone who kind of picked up the leadership role, and she has no idea what she's doing. And she admits that in the middle of the season and has that vulnerable moment with her friends. And she's like, I don't know what to do. Like, we're lost. I don't know what to do. And she's trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Good pick.
Thank you. And last, but certainly not least.
No, I think this is probably my best pick.
KB, ooh. Do you want me to go first?
Sure, you can go first.
Yeah, we'll switch it up. Because I've already teased that I picked one from Taylor's debut album. I sense we do not match.
We do not.
Okay.
In any way.
All right. And I'm excited. KB for me was the hardest to pick.
Agreed. Very much agreed.
Yes. And it's not because I don't like her.
Oh, no. It was just finding a song that fit.
Mm-hmm. So I picked I'm Only Me When I'm With You.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, thank you. Really, for the chorus, to me, it's, again, captures more so how she feels with her friends and her desire to belong so much, and her realization that she can have more than just one friend and expand that circle and be her true self, which I think she is a bit self-conscious about. So the chorus is, I don't want to live without you. I'm only up when you're not down. Don't want to fly if you're still on the ground. It's like no matter what I do, you drive me crazy half the time. The other half, I'm only trying to let you know that what I feel is true. And I'm only me when I'm with you. And then going into the second verse, actually, it's just a small town boy and girl living in a crazy world. I think that applies to all of the kids here at Adatin, from Adatin. Trying to figure out what is and isn't true. That's the whole series. I don't try to hide my tears, my secrets, or my deepest fears. Was it episode 6 where KB, is basically dying, and Wim saves her, and she tries to be strong to a point, but she realizes that she can't. And then she has the conversation with Fern about, I can't do everything you can do, and I need to share my secrets and my deepest fears. Because remember, she has that conversation with Wim. She's like, I don't want Fern to leave me behind.
Right. No, but my interpretation of that was that I think she actually grew, she wasn't scared about dying or anything. She was like, I trusted Wim, and Wim came through for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so to me, it's not necessarily of I can't do things. It's that Fern decided to climb the mountain, and KB couldn't.
So that's my pick for KB. It's she discovers herself by and through having this other group of friends.
Nice, cool, good pick.
Thank you. Now you said completely different directions.
Completely different directions, not on an album.
Oh,
I broke off the albums.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So I chose Eyes Open from the Hunger Games soundtrack.
Oh, wow. See, that's one I haven't heard a lot, so I'm going to need a little bit of a help.
So, I'll walk you through with the lyrics
Yes,
too.
please.
So, this works multiple. Like this basically tells you the story of the show with KB in it. But so everybody's waiting, everybody's watching, even when you're sleeping. Keep your eyes open. And so that's At-Atten is watching and constantly monitoring. The tricky thing is, yesterday we were just children, playing soldiers, just pretending, dreaming dreams with happy endings, in backyards, winning battles with our wooden swords. But now we've stepped into a cruel world where everybody stands and keeps score. Keep your eyes open.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, they're like, she's a young kid, and she's like, oh, we're on At-Atten, we can do kind of, we're children, we're playing, her and Fern are kind of like, let's pretend to be tough, and we're still with our kids, or we're still kids, and we're still with our parents, so if we ever get in any trouble, our parents will pull us out of it. But then they leave, and they're now in a cruel world where a lot of people are trying to take advantage of them.
Yeah.
But then continuing, so everybody's waiting for you to break down. Everybody's watching to see the fallout. Even when you're sleeping, keep your eyes open, keep your eyes open, keep your eyes open. I think that one actually works really well because KB actually is like a cyborg. And so they're trying to wait for them to fall down. And then so we continue. We have, so here you are, 2 steps ahead and staying on guard. Every lesson forms a new scar. They never thought you'd make it this far. But turn around. Oh, they've surrounded you. It's a showdown, and nobody comes to save you now. But you've got something they don't. Yeah, you've got something they don't. You've got to keep your eyes open. And so this leads right into the ending of where the pirates take At-Atten, and they are deciding to, basically the kids have to save everybody, and KB has to fly the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And she has to try to save everybody. And so then we go back into the chorus, and then after the chorus, again, we have keep your feet ready, heartbeat steady, keep your eyes open, keep your aim locked. The night goes dark, keep your lights open. And then then we go back into our chorus, and then we have the ending, and then just keep your eyes open. So
wow,
it works really well.
I think,
and I thought that was really cool. Like, yeah, like the KB is the one that kind of has to stand up, and she's, I think, the one that is the most not behind, but she's the least adventurous of the crew, and is kind of just tagging along with Fern. And as you mentioned in your episode about, or with your pick about her having that scene of like, I don't want to be left behind, but I can't do everything.
Mm-hmm.
And she realizes, I think, in that episode and then the finale, like she can do a lot more than she thinks she can.
Oh yeah.
Like she's like and that's unfortunately a lot of people feel that. And so I'm like, you can do a lot more than you think you can. Even people who have a disability, which again, shout out to Star Wars for disability representation, and like saying like they can still do normal things. They can do a lot of things that are like that they don't even know that they can do.
Oh yeah.
And so I loved that piece. And she ends up like saving the day, and she didn't believe she could. She's a totally different character, I think, at the end of the story.
Oh yeah.
And so it's, again, she's like, hey, I can be a main character. Because she's very clearly like the sidekick. And I think at the end, like all of them, I think, are on kind of a same even level of we're all capable. We all have a part to play.
Yeah. No, that is a really, really good pick. I don't want to say it's your best one because I really liked your pick with the Bolter for Wim.
Yeah.
So I would say those are like the top 2.
Those are my top 2. No, I fully acknowledge that. Yeah.
Yeah. What an excellent pick. And that's so wild that the song that Taylor wrote for The Hunger Games fits Star Wars.
Yes. Yep.
But what is The Hunger Game but a war And what is a Star War?
but a game.
Yay, bonus episode.
Yay, you get to see, again, seeing how the sausage is made. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun. I think we should do more of these bonus episodes. We got to figure out what other bonus things we can do.
Well, we could probably do something, because as we're recording this, Andor Season 2 just dropped.
Correct.
So we could probably do something closer to the end of Andor Season 2, but something reflective on our characters or what happens with that.
Correct. And I think I like that idea because I don't want us to become... I enjoy who we are as a podcast right now, and I don't really want to do like reaction episodes because I think there are a lot of people out there that are doing reaction episodes and are doing really well, but I'm just like, there's so many people out there talking about it, and I think they're going to do it better than we can.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think it is a good move for us to kind of stay in our lane of like labeling songs, but then kind of thinking of what we're talking about the show as well. I'm not sure if we said it at the beginning, when we do these bonus episodes, I think we will probably limit the songs that we pick based on the bonus episode. So I don't think we will use those 4 that we each picked today again in bonus episodes, but they are not limited. We are not limited to the songs we have already picked in the Taylor's, in the Leia and Print and
in our regular seasons.
Regular seasons, we've decided that we wanted to make sure that we pick different songs for each album and everything like that, but we are not limited to that in our bonus episodes. Just wanted to put that out there. So
yeah, well, yeah. So I definitely want to do more bonus episodes. I'm excited to continue on and wrap up Padme here this summer in our discussions.
Yep. And if you stuck around this long, we will talk a lot more about this in our next episode, which will be Lover. But we're coming to Des Moines Con, everybody.
Yeah.
So we will be there. If you are in the area and you're going to the show, we will be there discussing our late season 1, going through the deep informational tracks. So
yes, we're looking forward to it. And
we've got stickers this time.
Yeah, we do have stickers. So we're going to share the love, and we want you to share the love with us on our socials.
Yeah, come interact. Go talk to us. Instagram, Threads. We are the Sand Hurts My Feelings Pod, and we are also on Blue Sky at Sandy Feelings. And then we also have our email of the Sand Hurts My Feeling Pod at gmail.com. And then we're also on Facebook as well. Again, just kind of Google search the Sand Hurts My Feelings podcast, and you can find us. But please like and review. Subscribe. It really does help get us out there. We would like to get just people listening. And so if you can recommend us to other people or just give us a review, write down a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you're listening, it helps get more ears on the podcast. We're also on YouTube, so go check us out on YouTube. May the Force be with you.
Forever and always.
May the Force be with you.